Howdy friends, followers and channel members, welcome to America. Yep, so tonight we're going to be checking out the newly released Boston Airport Scenery from FeelThere. Looking forward to that. We are currently in Washington, Dulles, and as you can probably clearly tell, I don't have payware scenery for Washington, but never mind. The weather over the last 5-10 minutes that I've been sat here has just gone from absolutely throwing it down and no visibility to bright sunshine, so that's quite nice. Yeah, we're going to be, I love flying in America, we don't do it often enough, but looking forward to this. As I say, we're going to be doing a USA special tonight to Boston on VATSIM and everything, so it's still going to be sort of real ops, so to speak, as much as it can be, whilst I'm unfamiliar with ATC procedures and that here in the USA. I certainly don't know United Airlines standard operating procedures, so I'm just going to stick to the ones that we're used to. So welcome on board, guys. Thank you so much for being here. And just as I see us launching in, Nick is celebrating 26 months of training captain level membership. Nick, you absolute legend, you. Not only that, you've seemed to have added the METAR command, which is beyond my comprehension. But Nick, thank you for that. He says, oh, I thought it was going to be a long haul to Boston. I know, but we will do that at some point, Nick, I promise you, because let's face it, Boston is the airport which, for those of us here in Europe, if you want a short crossing across the Atlantic, if there is such a thing, then Boston is sort of the first port of call, isn't it? So we know that Flight Tampa's got Boston scenery, which is high fidelity, etc. This is a not quite as in-depth, better frame rates, and like half the price. So that's what we're going to be looking for. We're going to see how that works when we get there. And delaying our prep today, Fraser 1850 straight in there with 5 Easyjets in Pilot Channel membership gifts. Fraser, how are you doing, mate? Good to see you. Thank you once more for your amazing support of the channel. Those memberships going to Aaron Dancing, Chica Dan, Just Uncool, and Westy. Amazing, Fraser. Thank you so much, mate. Hope you are well. Good to have you on board our stream as well today. Okay, so as I say, know nothing about United Airlines and how they operate or anything like that, but we're going to crack on, get on board, and yeah, let's get going. Flight time's a little bit over an hour. We're on VATSIM ATC. Don't think we've actually got an ATC knocking about at the moment, but that might change by the time we get to Boston. So quick welcome on board to all our members and supporters. Hey, Elliot, Lazarus, Captain W02411, Dr. Magic, Nick, of course, also there. The legend is Dark Fury. Yeah, absolutely. Unfamiliar with ATC. Quite right too. And Valva25 coming in with a Prime sub on Twitch as well. Thank you, mate. Really do appreciate that. Jordan, good to see Jordan Benson. Ace Streams here as well. Pilot Fisk, Alain, Chris Morgan's your home airport. Which one, Boston or is Boston the home airport, Chris? Not Washington. Klaus Hansen, good evening to you. I hope you're well. Nick, does the METAR command not work? Oh well, back to the drawing board. Never mind. Barry Barton, good evening to you as well. Right, let's get on board and start setting things up. Love how the weather, seriously, the weather when I spawned into the simulator, it was awful, absolutely awful. Okay, so let's go through our operational flight plan then. Still using kilograms and tons and meters and things like that because, well, I don't like pounds, basically. Alright, so we've got just over 14 tons of payload, shear rates 5.2, that's fine, that's not going to concern us. Cost index of 15, I feel like I'm going to be speeding all my way there compared to the usual 4 that we're limited to in Easyjet. Cruise flight level 370, got a nice tailwind as well, 33 pushing us up the way there. Our alternate tonight is JFK, we're going to be flying straight over JFK as well, and I've got the JFK scenery loaded in, so let's see if we get any stutters as we get there. Let's have a look as well. What have we got? Yeah, so trip wind, flight 370, and our flight number today, I'm gonna have to call it like this. It's United 2060. It's not United 2060. It's United 2060. As we double the numbers up, expecting 30 departure, runway and 1122 left in in Boston. That's our route, and just over 6 tons of plug fuel. Right, don't know the terrain of America too well, but I don't think there's any mountains between here and Boston, and that Mora confirms it. That's all fine. Okay, what we got weather-wise? So the lowest minimums predicted is what is that? Look at Boston's look at Boston's visibility at 9,650. Not quite all the nines. I've never ever seen that before. Must be an American thing. So yeah, there we go. Captain Ray, the scenery is from Field Air, so we'll be checking that out when we get there in an hour and a half's time, something like that. And Liquid Stereo, mate, welcome to the Captain's Club. Really appreciate your support, Liquid. If you are on our Discord server, if you're not, why not? And when you get on there, make sure you get into the Members Lounge as well. I really do appreciate that, Liquid. In fact, you're at Captain level membership. Make sure you get yourself into the VIP Lounge, Stereo. That would be great. Thank you for your support, mate. Really do appreciate that. Means a lot to me. Very generous. So just looking there. 6 knot crosswind takeoff, 9 knot crosswind landing. So all the alternates, basically looking at all that weather, that's fine. Let's just check out the weather brief. So this is the other thing. I'm really bad at American METARs. They seem so much more complicated than European ones. So what's that? Gusting 20 knots. That's nice. 4 statute miles. Rain. Few clouds. 2-3 overcast. What's the date today? It's the 2nd, isn't it? So just having a look. Basically, as the night rolls on, looks like the weather could drop with its visibility down to 6. Showers of rain, some mist, vicinity of thunderstorms as well, and some CBs. Right, so it's not a plug fuel day. We're going to be taking extra fuel just to avoid all that lot, just in case it turns out rubbish. Destination alternate, JFK. That looks fine. In fact, it looks very, very similar to Boston, but there's no low-vis procedures or nasty winches or anything like that that's probably going to prevent us getting in, so that's okay. Let's have a look at what else we've got with regards to our flight route. So there's our flight route right up the eastern seaboard. Fantastic. Margot and Lewis, thank you guys for subscribing on YouTube. Good to have you on board. Oh wow, okay, so we're just in this band of mucky weather. Anti-ice is going to be required for departure, well, certainly for the climb. We can climb above it then when we go, and that looks alright. Okay, so I'm thinking fuel wise, we're going to tell the guys, because the weather is a little bit iffy, and you know, CB's visibility and all that rubbish that could potentially happen. Let's say we've got about 6.2 is close to plug fuel. If we round that up, let's go 6.8 just for comfort. So we'll go 6.8 tons, and we'll tell the ground they're going to load that in a little bit. Okay, let's just check out the current METAR here at Dulles. Let's just refresh that. So the winds are currently at 320 at 7, so not much crosswind there. Visibility is 10 statute miles or more. Few clouds 1,500. Broken 4 overcast 60. 12 degrees. QNH or altimeter is 2948. I don't know if that's high or low. It's lower than standard, but don't know how much because my conversions aren't great. And then we have all these remarks, AO2 and SLPs, which I have no idea what that actually means. So we'll leave that as it is. But we've got the important stuff. That's the main thing. Right, we're going to start getting people on board. So we'll get rid of that and. Yeah, let's start boarding, shall we? We've got JSX to help us sort that out. So we'll do that.
Cabin crew, we're ready to start boarding the aircraft now, so you can go ahead, open the doors. Thank you. Sure, no problem.
Okay, so passengers will start to come on board. The jet will bring itself in. There we go. Wonderful. Okay. Alright, so the aircraft is in its usual turnaround state at the minute. That is fine. Chocks are on, we're at Delta 10, and we'll go through and we'll set everything up. Crew's already on board, we just need to load the passengers. 22 minutes to push. Might be pushing that, to be honest, no pun intended. Just turn the brightness up on there a little bit. Okay, so just checking the overhead pumps are off. We'll just turn these down a tad. We're on external power. Alright, so turnaround state at the moment. So nav logo lights, check they're fine. Acupressures good, and spoilers flaps, they're fine. Squawking 2000, I think that's more of a European standby squawk, to be honest. I can't remember what is it. What is it here in the US? Is it 7000 or 1200? I'm unfamiliar with that. You guys will probably know if you're from this part of the world. Kilometre, yeah, it will be Boston Logan when we get there. We're not there just yet. Okay, so QNH. Let's change that. There we go. So it is 2948. Set that. That's on. Just come down, VHF 2, they've left it on the guard frequency, that's been monitored, radars are off, switching thrust levers, let me just check that I've got those set back to the Fenix setting, that's fine. Engine, starters, mode selectors, fine, parking brake, gear extension, good, acupressure is already checked, 2948, get the constraints on, and our initial climb here out of Washington Dells is 3000. Okay, company message, that'll be our preliminary load sheet. Jason, status 1200. Right, okay, well, I'm going to behave then, and we shall reset that. Thanks, Jason. Appreciate that. Alright, let's go set up the box then. So, data, IRS, got 3.5 greens, aircraft status, that's all fine. Okay, let's do the init request, get those brought in. So I love flying in the USA, just to see something different, and of course the scenery we know is really high quality because of the, well, the satellite imagery, basically. Snipe, what a coincidence, flew into Washington from Heathrow yesterday. Wow, that is a nice long flight. Hey, Mona Lima, good to see you. Right, so our flight number then is UAL 2060. Get that in. And let's set up the box. So, cost index is 15. Temperature is 11. Is that warm or cold? We're into May now. Surely it should be warmer than this by now. Tropos, 33,362. Get the winds. Yesterday was alright. I actually spent most of yesterday in our garden, but today it's just cold again. Let's clear that, clear that, clear that. IRS in it, just check. Yep, good. And just check, cross-reference that with the charts. Delta 10 was, that's all fine. So, we're planning a cruise 370. Our temperature is 49. Let's get that in. Right, so flight plan departure is from runway 30. Also, I couldn't find arrival charts for runway 30. Clearly, they don't provide them. We don't land there. We don't ever land on runway 30 in Washington, which is fine. So we're on Jacoby 4, and which transition are we on? We're on the Swan transition, and insert. Just make a note of that actually in case we need to announce it on ATC. So discontinuity, that is fine. I'll leave that there, and we'll go through all of that a little bit later on with our departure brief. Looking to arrive ILS 2 to left on the Roebuck 3 arrival, coming in via JFK. And the VIA is, we've only got Noli as one, and that is it. So, you can see that there. Wonderful. That's all correct then. Let's pop that on. Right, that is 441 miles. I've got 453 miles, so that manual leg and discontinuity probably most likely account for that. So that's fine. Chris Morgan says only using exceptional times pilots need to know it though for runway 30 arrivals. Maybe it's just I mean there's not even a chart for a visual approach, so there's no minimums or anything like that given, Chris. Not in my Navigraph charts anyway, so they may obviously exist in real world. Right, Radnav page, the Alpha Mike Lima VOR. I get that hard tuned in. That's here on the airfield. Right, on to the Init B page. Patrick, this is the FeelThere Boston. So flight time has been out a while. FeelThere is new. Only came out, I want to say yesterday, something like that. Have we got the preliminary? Yes, we do. Martin T says we'll probably get a Capital 1 departure, standard instrument departure. I have no idea what that is, Martin, not being from America or flying America very often on VATSIM. Certainly never in real life, so I'm not quite sure what Capital 1 is. We'll just be following the charts and the SID that we've got. So a 0 fuel weight is 58.3. C of G is 31.3. Alternate is JFK, alternate fuel is 1.9. That's quite a lot of fuel actually. And we'll do the fuel planning. Takeoff CFG is expected to be 29.7. So let's check that out in a moment. 8163, we're going with 6.8. Now just confirm that's basically an extra half ton, 60 minutes of thinking time, and our takeoff weight is 64.9. Right, let's go and do our performance calculations for departure. So we're runway 30. You know what? It has been raining. I'm absolutely bouncing it down when I load it in, so we'll use wet figures and be conservative. Flaps 1, no need to force toga. Anti-ice will be... I'm going to put anti-ice on. So... just because, well, the ceiling was 1,500 and thrust reduction is 1,300. 200 feet, you know, it's that we could probably do without it, but again, just for to be extra safe, to be conservative. So we'll have engine anti-ice on. Takeoff weight is 64.9, and our CFG we've planned 29.7. Live weather. Now, intersection data. I'm not sure if any of this is actually going to be available to us, to be honest with you, but I would imagine Yankee would be a good call if we can get... is Yankee available to us, or is it just going to be full length? Ah, no, okay, so scratch that. Full length is the only one available, so that's what we'll have to use. Fair enough. If we don't, we're not valid for departure. So it's going to be 139, 149, 151. Let's get those figures in. 139, 149. Big difference between V1 and VR today because of the wet runway. And 151. Transition altitude, of course, is 18,000. Right, I've got noise abatement 2 figures in there. I'll just quickly skim through the charts, see if we've got anything to note about that. Flex is 68. There we go. Alright, so anything about noise abatement up to... oh, that's Boston. No, don't want that. Airport info, takeoff minimums, nothing there. This is just... I'm just looking for something regarding noise abatement, so there probably might not be anything in there. I actually don't think there is. Standard rule is if there's nothing regarding noise abatement, then it's going to be noise abatement 1 that will be noise abatement 2 that we'll be using. So all of those are fine. Right, the next fun bit comes then. Let me have a look at the engine out procedure. Now this is where it's going to be fun, because normally if we're in Europe we use SimSmart. It's got the engine out procedures in there. If all else fails, then you can look at the go-around procedure for an airport. Well, because we actually don't have a landing approach plate for this this runway, then I have no idea what the go-around procedure would be. However, I'm going to guess that because we are in an area where there's not really any terrain, then it's probably standard. So let's just have a quick look and sort of do something sensible here, I guess. If we have a look at engine out procedure, go around procedures here, it's straight out and hold at FDK just here. That to me is probably not a bad idea. 3,000 feet and FDK. Okay, that's what we're gonna. That's what we're gonna go on. Is this FDK as well? Oh, actually, there's a holding point there, Oliver. So straight out, and I think we're going to go and hold at Oliver. That makes a bit more sense, given that it's closer to our departure. All right, so I'll get say 4,000 feet, which will be above MSA. So secondary flight plan. And copy the active. Hang on, let's actually copy the active. There we go. So then, let's just put in place bearing distance. So we'll just use the VOR really, which is Alpha Mike Lima, just for quickness. What's our departure tracks? 318. No, it isn't. It's 301. We'll pop that 15 miles out. Hey Lemon Wolf, good to see you. So that's place bearing distance 1. We're again then going to make a left turn to Oliver. Have we spelled that right?
That's great, thank you.
Enter the hold. So inbound course is 090 and it's right hand turns. And then if the worst has happened, and that's what we're doing, we're then going to come back here to Washington. And I would imagine, I have no idea what they're doing, but with those winds, I don't know which direction they'll land in real life, but we'll just go ILS 01 right. We can change it if we need to. No start, no veer. Let's just get the approach set up, and that should have us in. Where's the hold gone? Did I put the hold in there? I thought we had. 090 and right turns. That's better. Just to see what that looks like. If we zoom out a bit. There we go, so straight out, left turn and back in. Awesome. So I think then that is everything all set up. It's time for the brief then. Passengers are on, getting themselves strapped in. Alright, so 9 minutes to go. Alright, so weather for our departure then, a lot better than it was half an hour ago. So we've got winds 3207, very light crosswind from the right as we depart. Visibility is 10 kilometers or more. A few clouds, 1,500 feet. So we've got anti-ice on just in case. Runway conditions, we worked on wet figures because it was raining a little bit earlier on. Weather en route, we've just got lots of icing to fly through, so be prepared for that. And the weather at Boston is just looking to be potentially shower, dull and rainy, so yeah, nothing we can do about that, but it's not going to stop us getting in. Aircraft type A320, tech log's fine, just the weather radar sadly not working, would be useful today. No times for the departure, threats to be aware of, just me really, unfamiliarity with this airport, this part of the world, procedures, that kind of thing, so yeah, that's the biggest issue. I don't think we've got any air traffic control either to assist us. No, so we're on our own. Alright. Right, so let's have a look at the charts, work out what we're doing and where we are, where we're going. So we're parked stand Delta 10, which is pretty much where the real aircraft taxied from either yesterday or the day before. So we're going to push back. We're going to face. Yes, we'll push back facing west on Echo. I will taxi out on Echo, and then it'll be Zulu, Yankee 11. And that's where we'll hold for departure on runway 30 then. So that's the taxi. It's I'm unfamiliar with it, so I'm not going to bother with a single engine taxi. Let's get both engines started as we go. The SID then, so how we're going to fly this. So basically we take off runway heading, and then once we're past 820 feet, it's a right turn heading 320, unless ATC tells us otherwise, and our initial climb is 3,000 feet. No speed restrictions, and then when we're happy, we'll just continue the right-hand turn to Ringnes. Noise abatement to departure. First turn will be to the right. Transition altitude, of course, is 18,000. Let's just go through the box, and as we can see, that's what we've got in there. So discontinuity. In fact, what we're going to do to begin with is just going to pre-select 301, because we're not going to be flying in nav mode, obviously. There we are. So that's what we've got in the box, and then so yeah, when we're happy, we'll just do a direct Ringnes. Radnav page, we've got the VOR AML here on the field. Progress page 370, optimum is 35, maximum is 378. So we might want to consider just going 35 until we've burnt a bit of fuel. Performance figures then: V1's 139, VR 149, V2 151, cleans 215, flaps 1, and we're flexing 68 for the departure today. Takeoff weights planned to be 64.9, looking to land with about 3.5 tons of fuel at Boston. Flight time's 1 hour 10, and secondary flight plan has the engine out procedure put in. So emergency brief then, standard Airbus emergency brief. The engine out procedure is standard. Once above, let's call it 2,000 feet for safety. Once we're above 2,000 feet and that engine shut down, we'll then make the left turn to our holding point, which is in there, and that's holding at Oliver. Great. So I think we're pretty much all set and ready to go. So let's get the APU started up, shall we?
Our flight time today should be as scheduled, and we're not anticipating any delays or any bad weather, so we should have a nice, pleasant, safe flight for you. In the next few minutes or so, we'd like you to get yourselves seated, sat down safely with your seatbelts fastened, and make sure the others keep into the bag you have your mouths to other fellow passengers. The ground crew are nearly finishing loading everything into the aircraft, so we look forward to a safe and pleasant flight with you today, and we thank you for choosing to fly with the Easyjet Pacific. Thank you.
GHPAJ says Zulu's close to Echo Foxtrot. Is it? Well, that's okay. We will just take a left then, and we can taxi on Yankee instead of Zulu. Thank you for that. So yeah, we'll do Yankee down to down to Yankee 11. Right, APU's available. That's up and running. So let's get these off. Get the ground crew into position. External power can come off. Yeah, APU bleed on as well. Seatbelt signs on. Ground crew.
Cabin crew, we're all ready to go, so please arm the doors and cross-check. Thank you.
So ground crew, you can now get rid of GPU chocks and cones. They're gone, and we'll prepare for pushback and departure. Hey Andy J, hope you're well. Eastbirds, good evening Eastbirds. How's my favourite gambler? Here come the ground.
We are ready for pushback.
Oh, I think that's the first time I've heard an American accent on here. final load sheets here. Takeoff at 64.8, that's fine.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
And final CG is 28.9, so no LMCs to affect us. Takeoff performance is still valid. Alright, so with that done, cockpit preparation checklist, aircraft acceptance has been completed. Fuel quantity, we've got 6.8 tons, which is all balanced. Seatbelt signs are on, it is. We've got 3.5 green and the barrel ref QNH. Altimeter is 2948, which I'm going to link these because otherwise that's going to annoy me. So let me just sort that out. It's because I want a different livery of course. So I don't want them independent, I want those linked, so there we go. Over to Unicom 1228, just a final check that no last minute air traffic control has come on to give us other information. No, but Boston Centre is online, so that's going to be good fun. Washington Delta's traffic, United 2060, stand Delta 10, pushing back, facing west on Echo.
Release parking brakes, please.
Okay, so beacon light is on, acupressure's in the green, transponder is set.
Release parking brakes, please.
1 second, guys. So before start checklist, parking brake is on, takeoff data is confirmed, windows are closed, EFB and phones are on silent, flight mode. Doors are closed and armed, beacon light is on. Alright, parking brake released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Oh, we hadn't moved that. Thanks, Dark. Good spot. Washington Dulles traffic, United 2060, stand Delta 10, pushing back, facing west on Echo. Noticeable steering is disconnected. Noticeable steering is disconnected. Time started. Engine was selected to ignition and starting engine 1. Things men, the flight will be about 1 hour. Not a long flight, which means it's going to be quite busy. You can see why we've got lots of lots of ice shown on our Sigma charts. That does look quite does look like some fun weather. Not sure you'd want to fly through that, to be honest. Wish the weather radar worked. Shenanigans live on Twitch. Is that fog? Oh no, never mind, it's a wall. I can see why you thought that though. Engine 1 available, starting engine 2.
In the unlikely event of an emergency landing and evacuation, leave all your carry-on luggage and items behind. Live rafts are located beneath your seat. Emergency lighting in the floor will guide you to your nearest exit. We now ask that all carry-on luggage is stowed away safely during the
Please set parking brakes.
Parking brake set.
Please take a moment to
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
electronic devices.
Andy J, yeah, the docking system is indeed part of GSX.
Instruct you that it is again safe to use them. Our cabin service will commence once we reach flight. I hope you enjoy the frequent flyer with us. You can now join the channel as a member and take advantage of the extra perks to make your journey with us more enjoyable. Thank you for your attention and we hope you enjoy your flight.
Andrew, is there no information on the banner? Are you kidding? There is! There's loads of information there. The ETA is not there because, well, we need to actually start moving before it can calculate that.
Unlocking gear.
Engine number 2 is available. Engine 1 selected to normal, APU bleed off, anti-ice engines on, APU master can come off.
Tow truck disconnected.
Spoilers,
Bypass
rudder,
removed.
flaps, and set the trim.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Off he goes. After start checklist, anti-ice engines are on. ECAM status is checked. Just check we've got the pack 2 off. That's fine. Pitch trim is 28.9 and the rudder is neutral. So whilst we've got the American Airlines in our way, let's do a flight control check. So full left and full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral rudder, full right, rudder, full left, neutral. Right, so the guy's there giving us a wave.
Dulles traffic, American 1549, taxi
Hello.
by Echo, Yankee, holding short, Yankee 30.
God love VATSIM. How random. Dulles traffic, United 2060, taxiing via Echo Yankee, holding Yankee 11 for runway 30, following the American A320. Alright, so let's get our taxi lights on. And let's start to roll. So, parking brake released, off we go. Auto brake max, get the radars on. So quick PEDS check then. So, no change to our performance, no LMCs that have affected that. We're still working on wet figures, full length departure runway 30. Engine out, it's going to be standard, straight out, 2,000 feet, left turn to Oliver, enter the hold, nice to say 4,000 feet. And then we'll decide what we're going to do. Departure is Jacoby 4, straight out on runway track 301. Once 820 feet, it's going to be a right turn 320. And then once we're happy, we'll go direct to our first waypoint. Noise abatement 2, no speed restrictions, clean up as we go, and that first turn is to the right. Our initial stop climb is going to be at 3,000 feet. Lemon, anyone can spawn in as a 380. You just put that code in on the V-Pilot. God, don't those clouds just look full of rain and not very nice. I think we may get wet. Angus, it's probably actually a Cessna. Yeah, probably. Right, well I hope Dark Fury taxis the correct way, because I'm just following him. How dark does that look? Nick, you've given me the code to sort out the Nightbot for the Meta. Wonderful. We'll have a look at that. You know what I'm like, Nick. Alright, so taxi checklist flight controls have been checked. So brake check actually, yeah, they're fine. So taxi controls have been checked. Sorry, flight controls have been checked. Flap setting is config 1. FMA we got climb blue, heading green, F1D2, 3000 blue. Red on predictive wind shears on, ECAM memo, got takeoff no blues, and the FB is stowed. Get that disconnected. It really does look like wonderful layers of cloud above us today. Whiffy on Twitch says that's some mad looking clouds. It is. It is indeed. Yeah, Lemon, no weather radar too. I mean, these are the kind of clouds that you've... Well, particularly that one over there. Who the hell wants to fly through that? Okay, we've got no comments from this random Emirates, so if anyone's got a call sign for him, we can just delete him. If anyone's on VAT map or anything, I'll sort that out. Hey Ryan, good to see you. Get my chart so we can work out where it is we're going here. So straight down here. Hey Yardy, good to see you.
Dulles traffic. Hermic.
Who? Who are you?
Dulles traffic American 1549 up 30.
Are you sure? What's your call sign? Are you taking the shortcut? Are you going via Yankee, Mr. American? Are you not going full length? I like how he called himself an Airbus. Just confirming what he's in. Ah, Danny, we've just got river, mate, so you're quite right. There's no worry now. Christian, the approach that is on is DCA, which don't control Dulles. Right, well, we're taxing to go full length, which is fine because actually it just gives us the extra separation time that we need as well, so that's fine.
Cabin crew seat for takeoff, please.
Right, so approach path is clear, which guessing if they don't use this runway for landings, that's not a surprise. Hey Christian. Good evening, mate. Hope you're well. Dulles traffic, United 2060 lining up runway 30.
Dulles traffic American 1549 departing straight out heading 301 on the Jacobian 4 departure, Swan transition.
And United 2060 will wait 2 minutes for separation behind the departing American.
Yeah.
God bless him. Right, so he's rolling. I'll just start that timer. Right, looking forward to this. As I say, always love flying in America. Do you know? It's interesting this, Elliot. Great runway textures, but they never use this runway for landing. So, where on earth are all these skid marks from? Right, no, I just had a thought. We're going to be flying straight out on runway heading only today, so I'm going to just pre-select 320 for the heading, because that makes a lot more sense. So, line up a checklist, cabin secure, takeoff runways full length, runway 30, TCAS TRA packs 1 and 2 are off. I mean, Christian, that is some rejected takeoffs from here. What kind of jets have been taken off from here to burn that kind of rubber in the space of 20 feet? Airside operations having fun, Yardy. Yeah, that might be it. To be fair, they could be rejected takeoffs if they're taken off from the other end, I suppose. Right, another 30 seconds, then we'll go and we'll chase dark. Andy is classified. Dave Hudson. Hey, Dave. How you doing, mate? Not spoken to you for a while. It's best in pilot try again. Best in pilot channel ever. Thank you so much, Dave. Celebrating captaincy membership for the last 15 months. Amazing. Thank you, Dave, for your support during that time. Right, we are coming up on the 2-minute mark. So, Washington Dulles traffic, United 2060, departing runway 30, Jacoby 4. Okay, so takeoff, start the chrono, 50% and 1 set. Let's go. So, engine number 2, critical. Why aren't my thrust levers working? Thrust climb. That's not right. Man flex. SRS. I thought I tested these out. That's alright. Well, we've got wet runway figures. We're actually on a dry runway, so we're fine. I'm not worried about performance. Checked. Oh, a little bit of wind there. V1. Rotate. SRS. Gear up. It's bumpy. Just climb, up and climb. Autopilot 1. Farewell, Washington. These are where the views are so good in America, thanks to the satellite imagery. Fraser, celebrating a month of channel membership. Fraser, mate, thank you so much. Not just for that, but of course the amazing support you've shown to the channel over the last couple of weeks. Okay, no air traffic control around, so let's continue our climb. Let's go not that high. We're gonna go flight level 1. No, we're not. Actually, it's at altitude, isn't it? Altitude 15,000 feet, past airspeed, clean up. So flap 0 spoilers are disarmed. Accelerating away. Alright, so direct to Riggins and direct. Nav mode now as that comes in. Got ice knock detected, that's fine, but I think we're about to enter that cloud layer and that temperature is going to drop, so happy to leave that on. Just as we come through this turn, Dave Hudson, what an amazing donation. Thank you so much, Dave, for your £10 donation, saying a small thanks for your ATR run through. Spent all weekend flying on VATSIM with the ATR. Have some great tips and help off you. Dave, that's amazing. And did it behave for you? Of course, because it's the golden rule of VATSIM, isn't it? Make sure you can fly the aircraft before you you delve into VATSIM. But I've seen so many ATRs on there as well, which is absolutely fine. People like yourself probably do know how to fly them. I just hope it's behaved and not done anything daft. Like, I know one little bug is that if you put the aircraft into a holding pattern, I think it only flies the hold once, and then you sort of have to figure it out to do it again. It automatically departs the hold after just one circuit. So yeah, oh, Dave, you're a braver man than I am. That's amazing. And thank you again, mate, for your support of the channel. That £10 donation, really appreciate that, Dave. Thank you so much. Stephen on Twitch, did we not have a standard instrument departure? We did, but the American standard instrument departures usually I'll fly straight out, and then ATC gives you direct to your first point on the standard instrument departure. So our standard instrument departure looks like this. This is our standard instrument departure. But if you look, you fly out, and then when ready, air traffic control tell you, right, direct to well, the start of the SID. So there you go. Jonas Blaine says loves flying the Phoenix. It never gets old. Jonas, I tend to agree with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll shortly begin our cabin service as we continue to climb to our cruising altitude.
Love these clouds.
Use your electronic devices. Rechargeable battery packs are also available to purchase from our cabin crew. You can also ask them about joining our frequent flyers and becoming a channel member. Thank you.
Those clouds are pretty good. Let's see how high up they go then. It looks like not too high, but we're going to be coming out of those pretty shortly. Right, we've just passed 10,000 feet. We'll get airports onto the EFIS. Check the progress page. Flight level 37. Actually, 37 is going to be okay, so let's wind that up then. We'll go 370, and then obviously we'll pull for standard pressure. So we've now got 370 blue. We're in auto. We're in open climb performance. This probably isn't United SOPs, but we'll stick with the ones we're used to. So cost index of 0. RadNav page, we'll clear that out. Fuel prediction page, don't need to worry about that. Secondary flight plan will now copy the active. Yeah, and that is all done. We'll leave that ice on just for the moment. As we were just going through all that, Kevin, welcome to First Officers Club. Kevin, thank you so much for your channel membership. We really do appreciate that from you today. Make sure you get into the you get into our members lounge on Discord, and also check out the members only streams that we've done in the past as well. In fact, the other day you see me crash the aircraft whilst trying something, which doesn't happen on our normal stream, so that's worth a look. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you so much for your support. What a great view.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has now turned off the seatbelt sign and you are now free to move around the cabin. We do recommend, however, when in your seat, that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times in case of unexpected turbulence. The toilets are now available. Please contact a member of the cabin crew if you require assistance. Thank you.
Yeah, AJ on YouTube. Yeah, new Boston Airport from FeelThere. That's what we're going to check out today. We'll see what the frame rate's like when we get there as well. Peter, thank you for subscribing. I've just realised that the pinned post at the top, I've spelt welcome on board instead of welcome on board. Oh well, I'm not changing it now. Kevin's happy to join the cool kids. Yeah, so the member streams are usually when I'm sort of practicing some sort of procedures, like we did an engine failure, so we were practicing the engine out procedure the other day, and then one of the guys challenged me to try and do the miracle on the Hudson. Let's just say there was no miracle waiting for me. So yeah, definitely go and check that out. Darth Oak, Flight Tampa is going to be better than FeelThere. You know what, Darth? You are probably right. But at half the price, and with the latest features of the airport actually included in the scenery, and a much, much better frame rates, there's quite a bit to be said for that. So we'll find out together when we get there. You might like it, you might not. We'll find out in an hour or so. Right, I think we can get rid of the anti-ice then. Darth, why have they made an airport that's already there and available? Well, presumably, Darth, if you think about it, flight tampers are very, very intense sceneries. You know, they are brilliant. But in terms of frame rates, if you've not got one of the, you know, most powerful computers going, and you're throwing into it VATSIM traffic or FSLTL or FSTraffic, that kind of stuff, it's going to grind it to a halt. So if there's a version which still looks very good, but is lighter on frame rates, then yeah, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
Thank you. I hope you enjoy your trip.
Sean says you love this in Microsoft Flight Simulator, an amphitheatre of cloud around you. Yeah, we have just flown through it, so that's okay. Have I not got my TCAS turned all the way on? Oh, I have now. There we are.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy your trip.
Wow, the members tonight getting absolutely trolleyed. Getting a beer in. William's on the gin. At least William's also getting some crisps as well. Enjoy, guys. Lemon, I didn't watch the snooker final. Wasn't it last night? I think we were streaming. Weren't we heading into Berlin last night? Something like that. If you're enjoying the stream, guys, and you haven't done so already, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. It does make a big difference to the channel, so do please go and hit that button and support us. Free, quick, simple, easy way to support the channel. So thank you guys for that. I'm very disappointed I didn't see a rainbow today. I thought the conditions were perfect for that. Lewis, good evening, my favourite Ryanair cabin crew member. Lewis, it's about an hour, mate, so it's not a long flight today. Do you know, I love flying over USA satellite imagery, and it's just cloudy. It's not what I wanted.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to commence our service of hot drinks and alcoholic beverages. Please assist us by ensuring your tray tables are down and that the aisles are kept clear of bags. Our drinks menu can be found in the pocket in front of you. We serve a variety of local and international coffee, tea, beers, wines, and spirits. Please note that alcoholic drinks will not be served to those under 18 years of age. We accept payment in cash or credit and debit cards. Thank you for your support of this channel.
So, I had great fun earlier today. If you've not seen it yet, I've created some custom views for the ATR 72-600. I've not done the 42 yet. Creating those views was just brilliant. There's just so many to pick from. You know, what seat do you want to be sat at? Right next to the blades of the props. Just forward, just back, and the sounds are really immersive as well. So that was good fun. If you want to download those, they're in the Discord server in the pilot's briefing room from now. So definitely go and check that out if you wish. Back, Andrew, can I remember what my first failure was on stream? Yeah. It was HD trying to get me to do a fuel imbalance, and he forgot what the procedure was, so told me wrong, and we ended up with an engine flame out. Not an actual failure, of course, just bad piloting. What was it he said? Oh yeah, just try and balance this fuel. I've forgotten how to do it, but press this, and it all went wrong. Right, maybe next time I should get the manual. Someone really needs to make a clip of all the best moments of the channel over the last 3 years. Thankfully, a fuel imbalance on the Airbus isn't something that happens very often. You'd have to be sat for a long time single engine taxiing, wouldn't you? I'm not even sure if it was on the Phoenix, Danny. It was that long ago. It might have been on the fly-by-wire. Angus says we don't see much of HD anymore. Is he busy? Angus, he is. Yep. So that's why we've not seen much of him. He's having to get up early as well at the moment, which he hates, bless him. So he's swearing a bit more than usual. And Christian, celebrating 26 months of channel membership. Christian, you legend, mate. Thank you so much. Says there's a fruit that tastes like chocolate pudding. Have I missed something? Or is that just a random comment of the day? There's a what? If so, please tell me, because I could really get in the good books with my wife if that is the case. Oh, is this cloud layer just going to last for our entire journey? That's a real shame. Maybe Boston will be better. We do need to get up and get briefed at Boston, because if ATC is online, I need to know exactly what I'm doing, because it's yeah, I have no idea what no idea what we're doing, of course, with VATSIM ATC. It's not going to be too dissimilar, is it, to European? But even so, we'll see if we get the descend via the SID, which is the best you can get, best ATC instruction you can get, because it just makes things very easy. So I will give the Americans that. The Legend Dark Fury, thank you so much, mate, for your continued support. Your £2 donation saying, carrying on the great work. Where's my flapping? I need to stop reading that out. YouTube are gonna like put us down as an adult channel one day, Dark. I don't use flap rings. I use altitude marker rings. Is that something slightly different? But thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Jonathan, I've flown into Boston. In fact, do you know what? I have a big soft spot for Boston. Never been there in real life, but Boston was my first sort of transatlantic crossing on VATSIM, which was done in the middle of the day, long before COVID, so it was nowhere near as busy. And I don't think I think I had air traffic control at Manchester to see me off. I had nothing then, but then Boston was online when I got there, sort of 7 hours later, and I was thrilled. And you know what? It was that moment. I was still quite new to VATSIM, and it was that moment when you crossed the Atlantic for 7 hours. You then spoke to a controller, and lo and behold, they were speaking with an American accent, and you felt, I've actually done it. I've just crossed the pond and met an American. This is amazing, and that is something that has stuck with me ever since the first time I did it. Angus, you downloaded the... where the hell's that? Oh, Stansted. Stansted freeware scenery some time ago, and it's been great. Recently the taxiways have been like a roller coaster. Oh, really? I've not had a problem with it for a while. Although, if there's a fix, Nick, I think you need to let me know as well. Because I love that Stansted scenery. It's really good. So, as we're climbing up then, let me just check out everything that we've got for the arrival here. So I'll just pin that. So I just want to check Kennedy. I'm not going to say that one just in case. Ruse in Banky. So I'm just going to check all of this, and we'll be coming in via. And then we've got Tally. Look, this is it. They can just say, right, descend via the SID. Which is great, because in the Airbus then, wind down 5,000 feet, manage descent, boom, you're done. Really nice and straightforward. And obviously, if you want to, you can also leave the speed in managed mode, and it will also hit the constraints for you as well. So that's really neat as well. So I'm just going to check that all of that does match up. So starts at JFK, Newark. Then Owen, Banky, check all the constraints are correct as well, of course, because we are going to just descend via the SID. They need to be. They all look absolutely fine. Yeah, The last one is Patrick 225,000 feet. There it is. Then tail, then we just got the manual leg, or tale, whatever you want to call it. Manual leg, and then at Noli. Right, how far away is Noli? It is about 13 miles. Okay, what speed's it got in there? 210. That's fine as well. You know what? Even the speeds look pretty good on this. So Wayne is 9.5 miles out. I will just look at that speed constraint there. Just pop that in. Excellent. Okay, so we're still climbing. That's nice. Aviation Fund, any thoughts on the Royals in the UK? Well, you know, I don't want to get into any sort of political thing, but they're not for everybody. Me, though, I've got no problem with them. I think they, you know, they bring a lot of tourism to the country and do a lot of very good work, a lot of good charity work as well. So, yeah, no, nothing against them. Nothing against them here. Boston 22 left. 370, yeah, that's fine. Sector flight plan, copy that. We'll get the weather in a little bit. What's our planned landing weight? Looking at this, then we'll do a landing calculation. It's going to be 58, 9, 10, 61, about 62 tons then. We'll do a landing calculation once we get to cruise. Yeah, 62 tons. William, after 2 years of tweaking, you don't have to bother anymore with a new rig. 62 FPS everywhere. Wow, that is really good. Darth Duck, isn't the rule anything below -40 sat wing anti-ice is on or only in clouds? No, actually, if the temperature is below -40, Darth, you don't need anti-ice on. It's too cold for ice to form. I know that sounds like a strange thing to say, but there's not really any moisture there for clouds to form, and then it is only invisible moisture, again also known as clouds. So the temperature range is above -40 sat and below below +10 tat. So that's the way I remember it. Nick, you got the standard fix and the help on Discord. Fantastic, we'll check that out later. I do like this livery, by the way. Old School United. Combined, of course, with Continental, if anyone remembers Continental. In fact, I think years ago I flew Continental in real life into Newark. In fact, yeah, that's going back some years. My then girlfriend, who is actually now my wife, for her 21st, we flew into JFK, but we left Newark and we spent a few days in New York. Happy memories. CTS, yep, new Boston released yesterday from FeelThere, so we're going to go and check that out. Christian, the airline or the tyre company? Oh, the tyre company wouldn't have got me very far. I wonder if Continental made aircraft tyres for Continental Airlines. Sean, yeah, no, I did, as Jerry from Big Jet TV would say. Right, there we go. Mach Alt Star coming up on our cruising flight level, and then we're going to do the going to set the box up and get the arrival brief sorted. So have we got Boston Towers online, Boston Centre's online. I'll get the ATS 13500. Right, that's Alt Cruise. Okay, so set that to below, and we will. It's only a short flight. This is where you need the guy sat next to you in real life to help you out doing all the stuff that you need to do. So we're going to do our landing calculations. So where I say we're going to work on 62 for this. how long is our runway at Boston? It's gonna be a long one, isn't it? Yeah, 3,000 meters. Just over. Okay, let's do the arrival. So, let me just see VHF2. 135, let's get the ATIS.
Aircraft reflex all hold short instructions and assigned altitude. Numerous construction cranes in the Boston area and in the vicinity of Logan Airport. Advise on initial contact. You'll have information kilo.
Let's wait for the rest of it to come through.
Boston Logan Airport 8 has information kilo. 195 Zulu. Wind 150 at 8. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 1,200. 2,100 scattered. Ceiling 3,900 broken. 15,000 broken. 25,000 broken. Temperature 12. 2.6. Altimeter 2937. ILS runway 22 left approaching you. Departing runway 22 right. All aircraft reflex all hold short instructions.
Alright, that's essentially everything we needed then, so we know it's going to be 22 left for that. It doesn't say anything about rain, so we're going to go dry. We'll refresh the METAR and apply the latest METAR. Landing weight 62. Apply that. Runway 22 left. There we go. Flaps 3, auto brake low. Yeah, that's all fine. Okay, right, let's go set up the box then we'll crack on with the briefing. Told you it'd be a busy flight. So, performance page, cost index needs to come back to 15. So, QNH is 2937. Temperature is plus 12. Winds were 150 at 8, so yeah, a little crosswind to come to terms with. It is config 3 for landing, and we are transition altitude obviously 1800. And what are the minimums for 22 left? Runway visual range 4,000 meters or more, 3/4 of a mile. 216. And with that, that is our box all set up. Alright, so let's do the approach brief. So weather, as we've just heard, basically cloudy all the way down, anti-ice will be on, winds 150 so visibility once we've dropped below 1,200 feet should be absolutely fine. So Cat 1 conditions, no rain, looks like that's held off, so that's going to be good. Runway should be dry. Aircraft isn't broken, so that's fine. No times that I've bothered to brief for our arrival into Boston. Threats to be aware of: unfamiliar area, situational awareness, so let's try and keep a hold of that. Unfamiliar ATC and how that works. So yeah, basically the biggest threat's me. Let's go through the full brief then. So we are expecting the we're expecting Roebuck 3 arrival for 22 left. Got that all in the box. We've checked the coding, that's fine. Radnav, we've got Boston on VOR 1. Progress page, we've got that in 390. What I will do as well is we'll just go with KBOS 22 left, and I'll pop in a 9-mile radius around there, 3,000 feet, pick up the ILS. So with the ILS approach, let's just check, it's a normal 3-degree approach, that's fine. We've got Pappies as well on the right as we're coming in. Legal to start the approach, don't know much about the airport itself. Nice long runway. How wide is the runway at Boston? Is it a big one or is it a small one? Let's have a Quick look. 2 left. That's 46 meters. That's fine. Pappy angle's also 3 degrees, so that's fine as well. Platform altitude's 1,700. Transition 1,000 is 18,000. MSA as we're coming in is 2,000. Minimum's 216. That's all fine. How we're going to configure, I expect to get descended by the SID, by the stars. Sorry, if we get some directs, that's fine. I would imagine we'll be able to deal with that, no problem. We will be landing and using auto brake low. Page is all filled out. VAPS 141, well landing config 3 today, minimums 216, already said. Cleans 228. 62 tons is planned for landing. Secondary flight plan is the same as the active. Once we've landed, where the hell are we going? So we'll look to probably vacate at Charlie or Papa, maybe Charlie, Papa or Echo, depending on where we get off. And then we'll have to cross 22 right, and then no idea, absolutely no idea where he's going to send us. So quick familiarity with the gates. So we've got terminal C, terminal B, Alpha, taxi lane, Echo. Yeah, we'll just see where they tell us. Taxi to the ramp and enter via wherever. It works different in America, doesn't it? I don't know. Is it an uncontrolled ramp at Boston? I have no idea. That's the other thing I can't get my head around as well in America. Some of the ramps are uncontrolled. So basically, taxi to the ramp, boom, you're on your own. The only other thing to brief then is the go around, which is straight out 3000. So that's fine. Well, it's not. It's actually on the Boston 219 radio, but that's all fine. Right, where do we come into Boston's flight information region, because they're going to ping us any moment now, I think. Mark says we're at gate Bravo 28 for today's in real life flight. Thanks, Mark. So where is that? Bravo 28. Oh, that's just there. That'd be a nice short taxi in if that is the case. So maybe we can expect ATC to give us somewhere around there, which would be nice. Good shout, Mark. Thank you. So when do we enter Boston? Hey, Danny, my clouds are set on ultra. One of the few things that are. Not many things are set on ultra. New York's flight information region and Boston begins after JFK. We're just... Ah, right, okay, so to be fair, we should probably contact them now. So Boston's 1347. Let's give them a call. Because they're going to ping us any moment now anyway.
754, after 01 Charlie.
Boston Center, good afternoon, United 2060, flight level 370, type A320, 40 miles inbound Nuez, and we have information kilo.
United 2060, Boston Center, score 4741.
4741 to Squawk, United 2060.
Airbus 01 Charlie Radar, contact 9 miles west of Madison, descend via the roadblock 3 arrival, runway 22 left, Boston altimeter 2937.
That sounds exactly like what we've planned.
Europa 3 arrival, expect runway 22 left.
So we've just passed that top of descent. That's okay at the moment.
01 Charlie.
Ready to go.
District 5084, roger, runway 11, please take off.
Good to take off on 11,
Number 55 Vector, runway 1, actually 24, clear for the option.
Runway 24, clear for the option, number 55 Victor X-ray.
So we expect to hear something.
1 mile from Costa, clear left runway 23 approach.
Yeah, just expected to hear something similar like descend via the SID, which is fine.
Okay, 1549, I confirm the score 4733, 4733.
4733, remain 1549.
What have we got there? Oh, what a numpty.
72 on the ground at Manchester, IFR to Memphis, please. I'll call you back. Canadian 7335.
I put the flight number in.
Messina, you are. Maintain level 360.
Thanks, Fruitbat.
360 Canadian 75.
What a blonde moment.
Fenix A320 Boston clear to Memphis, Manchester 1 departure, radar vectors Cambridge as filed, maintain 3000, squawk 1340.
Mako Rask also saw that as well.
Clear to
How
Memphis,
strange.
Manchester 1 departure, radar vectors Camden as filed, maintain 3000, squawk 1340, FedEx 872. 3372, read back, advisory taxi to runway of your choice.
We can expect the descent any second now.
We'll call for taxi, FedEx 872. 874028, runway 23, clear to land.
Sounds like he's busy. Time is it local? It's just gone 4:30 local time. Cheeky Dan says quite late for this, but whoever gifted him the membership that he's received, thank you so much, really appreciate it. Cheeky Dan, I can't remember who that was. Could have been Fraser.
Boston, American
Could have been.
Go ahead.
Could have been Fraser.
Yeah, sure, let me know when you're back.
And I can't scroll up far enough to see who else gifted the memberships earlier on.
Delta 2048 across Daisy at and maintain 8000, the Stewart altimeter 29036.
Cross Daisy 8000, 293.
Jonas, no need to let him know unless we start to really, look like we're going to struggle to meet the profile, which I'm not concerned about at the moment. So,
36884, thanks for the contact. Time to maintain flight level 360.
Level 360, evolution 585.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy your trip.
he's not told us to descend by the said may have traffic in front of him. I'm pretty certain he knows where we are.
Making 1549, radar contact, just passing the Madison VOR. Stay speed.
Got 190 miles to run. Track miles, so
American 1549.
that's fine.
Mark decimal 70 for American 1549. And the indicated? Indicated 270 for American 1549. Okay, American 1549, maintain speed 250 left, descend via the Robux to arrival. Runway 22 left, Boston altimeter 2937. Speed 250, 10 by the Robux 3.
He may also just be keeping us separated from the aircraft in front, I think, as well.
The 01 Charlie, maintain speed 290 now or greater until Roebuck, published speeds at Roebuck. That's 01 Charlie.
Hey, DC girl.
Airbus 01 Charlie.
Airbus 01 Charlie, maintain speed 290 knots or greater until Roebuck, published speeds at Roebuck.
290 until Roebuck, published speed thereafter. Airbus 01 Charlie.
And it's 192060, radar contact 21 miles west of Madison, descend and maintain flight level 230.
Semi-flight level 230, United 2060.
Gently 2454, turn left 10 degrees, descend and maintain 3000 vectors to final.
Thrust idle, open
10
descent
degrees, descend
230. Blue, down we go.
Number 225 X-Ray, welcome to Nantucket Taxi Alpha back to the ramp, and then congrats on passing wings A51.
Taxi to Alpha, back to the ramp. Thank you. Number 6 X-Ray. Boston Challenger, one-way trailer with the weather at Albany, ready for descent when you are.
Number 1 Mike Charlie Roger, I'm assuming you'd like runway 1?
One is...
Number 1 Mike Charlie, turn off discussion meeting 11,000 Albany, altimeter 2934.
11,2934, November 1-way Charlie, and expecting... can I get ILS 19er, please? It's ready here.
Okay, no worries. November 1 Mike Charlie, clear direct, disregard the turn right, heading 330, expect ILS runway 19 approach.
Right turn 330 and down to 11,000, November 1-way Charlie.
So you can see that even though we were very, very high on the profile because he left it late,
Okay, over to Unicorn.
we're still going to meet it
Charlie
in
2.
good time, sort of
Unicorn.
30, 40 miles or so. 11 says we could have chosen managed descent. We could, but what would have been the problem with that? I'll come back to that in a little while. Why didn't we go for managed descent?
105, welcome back. We're going to May 740 July, sorry, yeah. Welcome back, welcome to Providence Taxi, taxi to the ramp at your discretion, and then congrats on passing wings, iPhone number 2.
Ramp at my discretion, clear to cross 16.
Yeah, A5.
Alright, ramp at my discretion, clear to cross 16. 40 Juliet, thanks.
And I'm sorry, just confirm, are you doing wings IFR 2 or IFR 4?
Jonas, you see, it's fun coming down too fast. Well, it's certainly not too fast, you know, we're only descending at 2,300 feet per minute.
Yeah, because I was like,
You can do 6,000 feet per minute before passengers really start to go, ooh, this is fast.
Yeah, okay, no worries, I'll take off 2 for you.
So, nothing too concerning there.
Boston Center, hello, Delta 1187, climbing, passing 12,000 feet to 7,000 feet.
So the VDEV looks really bad, but it's because that's when it's compared to the constraints that we've got. If we're not going to hit the constraints, it doesn't matter. ATC's not told us to descend via the star, so again, doesn't really matter too much then. Angus McTavish has gifted 5 Easy in pilot channel membership. Angus, mate, thank you so much. Really do appreciate that. So welcome to Andy, Matthew, Stefan, Captain M, and Successful as well. Angus, you legend. Thank you so much, mate. Really generous of you. And welcome to our new members.
JetBlue 2454, disregard.
Boston American 57 Heavy 220, planning 350.
American 87, sorry, Boston, taken.
Angus, pleasure. Thank you for all your contribution. You're more than welcome, Angus. It's you guys that make it worth coming back. It really is. Amazing community, which is everything that you guys have done.
Boston Center, Coney 206 is ready for descent, 2 minutes.
This is where I really wish the weather radar worked. It looks like some stuff down there that you wouldn't really want to fly through.
United 26 is descend via the Robux 3 arrival 1 way to left, Boston altimeter 2937.
Send via the Roebuck arrival, expect runway 22 left altimeter 2937, United 2060. So now we've been cleared to descend via the Roebuck arrival. We'll get that down 5,000 and pop that into managed.
JetBlue 2454, sorry, my bad, just missed you slightly there.
So now in descent and flight level 80 magenta.
Let's do this. Turn right turn, heading 190, join the localizer.
Making it a right turn, roger, run 190, join the localizer, JetBlue 2454.
So looks like we're just heading through that cloud layer at the moment. It's alright, the temperature is also just dipping into icing range, so we probably should get that on.
We get forward 1549 to left, heading 070.
Left heading 070, American 1549.
Should make that 050.
Roger, 050, American 1549.
Boston Center, JetBlue looking to step out for about 5 minutes.
Not pretty, let me know when you're back.
Okay guys, we've actually got a bit of a problem. One of my daughters has just thrown up everywhere. Oh, how long is this going to be?
Boston Center, good afternoon. Delta 137 is with you, flight level 340.
Do you think we can declare medical emergency?
137 Boston, let's go 4716.
Squawk 4716 for Delta 137.
American 57, radar contact 25 miles west of Madison, climate maintain flight level 350. American 1549, clear direct Pro V and descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival, 1 way to the left.
Direct Pro V and descend by the Roebuck 3 arrival.
To be fair, we're not going to get in any quicker, are we?
Boston 174 checking in with you, 380.
At 134 Boston, let's go 4721.
4721.
Okay, turn to 7335, say altitude.
7335, 352. I had an autopilot glitch.
No worries.
Coming up on meeting the profile now, so that's okay. Oh, I knew this was going to happen.
30 Boston, low score 4740.
Alright, I didn't, but it was always a possibility. She's been complaining of a stomachache all day.
JetBlue 2454, 6 miles from Brokers, cleared ILS 122 left approach, Contact Boston Tower 128.8.
Good ILS 22 left over to Tower 28.8, JetBlue 2454, thanks, good day.
Airbus 01, shall expect ILS 122 left approach, 8 kilo.
Expect runway 22 left, 8 kilo. Airbus 01, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to manage the speed now as well.
Level 5000.
In 2146 Boston departure, radar contact on maintain flight level 300.
Level 300, American 2146.
Level 1 Mike Charlie, descend maintain 3000.
Number 3000 over 1 Mike Charlie.
You're supposed to tell ATC the cat's just spilled coffee grounds in the kitchen. This stuff happens to some people.
Go ahead.
We're going to have to disconnect here.
Okay.
No worries. You have a good evening.
Just going to try something.
Delta 1187 Fenix Roebuck.
Proceed to rescue Roebuck, Delta 1187.
Delta 1187 direct Roebuck.
Nick, you're already on with it, mate. You're already on it.
United Boston, United 174, requesting defense.
United 174, descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival runway 22 left Boston altimeter, descend via the Ocean 5 arrival runway 22 left Boston altimeter 2937.
We'll send via the Ocean 5 expect 22 left and
Nick would just shortcut his way, wouldn't he?
Frequency? Yeah, on frequency. Delta 137 Boston score 4701.
4701.
American 1015,
request descent.
American 105, descend pilot discretion, maintain flight level 240.
Discretion to 240, American 105.
2206, cross crank, Adam maintain 7000, steward altimeter 2936.
We're about to get in some nasty weather.
Crank 7000, 2206.
And get wet.
2038, leaving 17000.
Thank you. United 134, clear direct Euro.
Clear direct Euro.
So just keeping an ear out on
105,
ATC at the moment.
Do you have an approach request into Prescott?
So just continuing that descent.
Delta 505 is requesting the RNAV for runway 1.
Delta 505, Roger, where would you like to start the approach?
I'm sorry, at the Korak IAF.
Right, Delta 505, Roger, clear direct Korak, expect RNAV runway 1 approach.
Just don't want to let the aircraft get in front of me at the minute, so where are we?
And
Just
505 is
on
approaching top of the
to...
Okay, Delta 505, clear direct Korak. Expect RNAV runway 1 approach, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain
Provy and Jody.
8000, and I'll have the Bangor altimeter 2952.
Cleared to 8,000 feet at pilot's discretion, altimeter 2952, Delta 505.
And Delta 505, just confirm direct to Korak.
2937 now as we push
Direct
transition
Korak.
altitude. Of course, it's a heck of a lot higher, isn't it?
American 1549, expect LS 122 to left approach, 8 kilos.
Than we're used to.
ILS 22 left approach, 8 kilo, about 1549.
Delta 137, Delta 137 for spacing, to left heading 150, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 240.
150 and pilot's discretion 240, Delta 137.
And Boston, in a helicopter 762 Delta.
Go ahead.
Yeah, there's definitely plenty of clouds that you might not want to fly through, this being one of them.
The helicopter is 762 Delta Boston, go ahead.
How you doing? Sir, I'm requesting a departure clearance from Albany. I'd like to depart from the ramp Kilo Papa direct Albany. VFR.
1 Mike Charlie to left heading 220, join the localizer.
Left turn 230, join the localizer, Challenger 1 Mike Charlie.
20 minutes.
762 Delta, roger, maintain
20 minutes. We might have to get down and then just have to run, I'm afraid.
Right, 4656 on the spot.
762 Delta V back correct. Would you like to take off from the ramp now or air taxi to the runway?
I'll go from here. Go direct Albany and then hit my plane down south.
762 Delta roger, the liftoff is at your own risk. Advise airborne.
I got a look home.
So 250 knots then coming up at Cranny, which we're should be holding 250. That's what we've got selected.
Hey, Red 5063 Boston, hello. Your reader
Does
is
make
quiet. Say again.
ATC, I guess, a lot easier.
We'd like to have a request of full stop landing at Harper Brenner.
Descend via the start, they don't have to worry
Okay,
too
what
much
would you like?
about
Okay, November,
giving
5063, roger, join left,
altitudes
base runway
all of the way down to
20.
different aircraft. They know where an aircraft's going to be at a particular time.
Boston Center, good evening. TWA 819 Earth with you on the ground in the Mad Dog in Worcester. Looking for IFR at Harrisburg.
Yeah, Turbulent. Good point. As long as pilots have Navigraph. If they don't, then
You clear to the Mike Delta Tango Airport via the...
might not work so much, which is why even having the correct data is quite important.
Expect Battle 20, about 5 minutes after departure. Is clock 7054.
I got a little hold up on the pronunciation.
So we're on 8000 Magenta at the moment. That's a Kleb coming up here.
We're clear to Harrisburg. One more time on the rest of the departure frequency clearance stuff.
No, the squawk is 7054, right back to the Barnes. Maintain 3000, expect level 28010 minutes after, actually 5 minutes after.
7054, radar vectors Barnes, climb to 3000, we'll expect 5000 after 10 minutes.
No, you filed 280, but the rest of your remark is correct. You can advise for the taxi runways of your choice.
Alright, sorry about that, yes, 280, alright, and we'll advise for taxi, Q280 then.
3 Mike, Boston Center, November 173 Mike Charlie, with you at 1000 inbound Nashua.
Delta 2048, leaving my space, New York approach for LaGuardia is close, radar says 78 frequency change period, bye.
Over to Unicom, I'm going Delta 2048.
Right, it's about to get very dark.
We'd just like to do a full stop landing at Nashua for Wings VFR.
Get that up.
For November 173 Mike Charlie.
November 173 Mike Charlie.
Not much narration needed from me here. ATC's doing a great job.
We'll just take 32, 3 Mike Charlie.
173 Mike Charlie, cleared straight in, runway 32.
Cleared straight in, 32, 3 Mike Charlie.
Red 1563, runway 20, cleared to land.
1563, runway 20, cleared to land.
Delta Airport at this time.
Delta 137, slightly forgot about you. Turn right, direct to Europe.
Don't hear that from ATC every day. Quaver 44 on Twitch. The blue, this is the Fenix A320, not the fly-by-wire.
Alright, right direct Ocean. It's going to be descended by the Ocean 5 arrival. Boston altimeter 2937 and 22 left for Delta 137.
Direct Euro, and then join the arrival.
Sorry, direct Euro.
Yes.
American 105, request further descent.
Beacon 105, cross Campton at a maintain 12,000, speed 250 knots, Kennedy altimeter.
Right, so we're just passing 10,000 feet, landing lights are on.
At 12,250
The approach phase has been activated, we've got LS on.
Welcome 1 Mike Charlie established.
Let's check we've got
Level 1 Mike
India
Charlie,
Lima Quebec
thanks,
November
six.
is identified. Hey, KW Airlines, going well, thank you.
Level 1 Mike Charlie. So one Mike Charlie, 2 miles from Hawkeye, cleared LS runway 19.
Kuba 44, we are, well, United today, United 2060.
762 Delta, confirm the squawk 7, correction 4656, 4656.
4656, copy.
Level 13, correction 173 Mike Charlie, runway 32, clear to land.
32 clear to land, 3 Mike Charlie. Center UPS 2408, heavy at 3000.
UPS 2408 Boston, departure radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 400.
Climb maintain 400, UPS 2408, heavy.
Ever 01 Charlie, turn left heading 330, descend and maintain center pilot's discretion, maintain 3000. Back to
Okay, passing Cradle and coming up now to Clip.
Pilot's discretion 3000, FSLTL.
Boston is down there somewhere under all that cloud.
Boston Center, American 7581, flight level 170.
American 7581 Boston, hello. Clear Roebuck, climb and maintain flight level.
Well, yeah, there's a nice controversial post.
Direct Roebuck, flight level
In the US, is it
210,
more
American
enthusiasm? More enthusiast? Do we take it too seriously in the UK?
505,
I don't think so.
3,900, please.
Delta
Mind you,
505, cross
I don't
Korak,
fly in
Tower,
America
about
often enough to actually say.
3,200, cleared RNAV GPS, runway 1 approach.
Cleared for the GPS runway 1 approach, cleared down to 3,200, 505.
Delta 1187, request descent.
Delta 11 descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival, runway 22 left, Boston, altimeter 2937.
Descend via Roebuck 3 arrival, runway 22 left, Delta 11.
Christian, real life pilot, someone said that VATSIM air traffic control in Germany is more strict than in real life. Really? It's very efficient, I'll give them that.
UPS 2408, clear direct stocks for now.
Direct stocks, UPS 2408, heavy.
Right, so we're probably not about to see too much now as we get into this cloud level. We drop out about 1,500 feet above the runway.
757 back.
57, thanks, welcome back. Break. American 1549, a turn left heading 340, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain 4000. Back to the final.
Hey JD Mackham, good evening.
340, pilot's discretion down to 3000, then to flight level American 1549. Ever 01 Charlie, maintain speed 210 or greater.
Maintain speed 210 or greater, Airbus 01 Charlie.
So just pre-warning guys, once we have landed I am going to have to disconnect, which is a shame because I wanted to show off the new airport, but it seems like I am required upstairs to help sort out the mess that one of my daughters has made, God bless her. Oh, I think I'd prefer it to come out the other end, it's a lot easier to clean up. And of course you know what this means. We have the 3 triplet girls, we have the elder lad. If one of them's ill, you know what's coming over the course of the next week. There's some pictures I won't be posting on Discord. Yeah, Nick, if I can, might try and get a scenery video out, just a quick one, so those that want to check it out in detail can do. It'll be interesting to see the frame rates anyway when we get in on VATSIM. I think that's quite important to be able to see that. Hell, him and the cabin crew are already cleaning, but they need help. You know it's bad when they're calling on the pilots for help. JD, you'll pray for disinfectant and wipes. I don't think they kill the virus that causes this.
Ever 01 Charlie, Boston, approach 133.0, 01 Charlie Contact Boston approach 133.0. See ya.
Approach 13300.
American 1549 Contact Boston approach 133.0. See ya.
Boston approach is online, so we'll expect that.
American 1549 Contact Boston approach 133.0. See ya.
Alt star 5000.
American 1549 Contact Boston approach 133.0. See ya. 133.0, thanks for your service, Boston, American 1549. United 2060 Contact Boston approach 133.0. See ya.
1230 United 629. Thanks for the service. Bye bye.
No 173 Mike Shadow, welcome to
Boston approach United 2060 inbound Patrick 5000 feet.
United 2060 Boston approach is going to maintain 3000.
So maintain 3000 United 2060.
Airbus 1 Charlie, turn left heading 270.
Turn left 270, Airbus 01 Charlie.
Boston approach, good evening, American 1549 heading 340.
American 1549.
So 500 on the VS.
Left, 22 left.
Don't need to get down that quickly.
29 left, 22 west, American 1549.
Hey, football moments. Good to see you.
Airbus 01 Charlie, 5 miles from Wayne, turn left heading 270. Correction, turn left heading 250, maintain 3000.
Looks like a lot of rain over there. I think we've avoided that.
Turn left 250, maintain 30, high left runway.
Now under the clouds.
American 1549 is going to maintain 3000.
Says it maintain 3000, American 1549.
Tower frequency is 1288. Ballistic Rise, how would I manage an Airbus detents on a throttle that doesn't have them? Ooh, that would be quite difficult, I guess.
1549, turn left heading 310.
Left heading 310, American 1549.
I'm not quite sure how I'd do that, to be honest.
Boston approach, United 174, waiting descending 4000.
174 Boston approach information, Lima is current, expect ILS, runway 22 left.
So I've got a speed constraint coming up at a Patrick, which is 220 knots, so we'll roll that back in a moment.
Airbus 1 Charlie, maintain 170 knots or greater until focus.
170, greater to focus.
I want to keep up the speed as much as we can, getting as quick as we can.
On approach hello, Delta 1187. Descending via robot 3, passing 12,000.
Delta 1187.
So I'm not going to be efficient in flying green dot.
Expect ILS and rate 22 left. Boston altimeter 2936.
Bless you wouldn't have to get the thrustmaster CCA, but as long as you know roughly where that detent is when you set it up.
American 1549, 5 miles from Wayne, turn left heading 250, maintain 3000 until established on a localizer, cleared ILS and rate 22 left approach.
Left heading 250, obtain 3000 until established on the localizer, American 1549.
United 174, descend and maintain 4000.
4000, United 174.
I think that's the aircraft that's ahead of us. So
Airbus 1 Charlie, contact Boston Tower 128.8. Have a good night.
We should be third in line at the moment.
Airbus 01 Charlie.
I imagine in about 5 miles we'll get the base turn.
American 1549, maintain 170 knots or greater until focus.
There he is.
170 greater until focus, American 1549.
And what I'm going to do now as we make this is we're going to go down to green dot, which is about 210, and we've also got a max 210 here, so that works nicely. A little bit of sun. Any rainbows out of this window? Ah, there you go. Knew there'd be one somewhere. So once again, guys, just a reminder, I am going to have to...
2060, turn left heading 310.
Left heading 310, United 2060.
United 174, fly present heading.
Fly present heading, 174.
Yes, just a reminder, as soon as we've touched down, I'm going to have to disconnect off VATSIM, apologise to the controllers, and go and clean up. That's alt captured. So, my apologies guys, I'm not going to be able to do a full choke, but I will get a video up showcasing the scenery. And we'll see what it's like on frame rates as we come in.
1549, contact Boston Tower, 128.8, have a good night.
128, this is late, Mexico service, American 1549.
United 2060, 6 miles from Wayne, turn left heading 250, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 22 left approach.
Left heading 250, maintain 3000 until established, cleared ILS runway 22 left, United 2060. $15 miles, we'll start configuring shortly.
Boston approach Delta 529, passing 3700 on departure from Boston.
Delta 529, Boston departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 14,000.
So I already know where we're going to intercept the glide slope. It's going to be here. At where we
United 2060, maintain 1
transcend that line.
Greater until focus.
There we go. That's lock start.
United 2060, maintain 170 knots or greater until focus.
170 knots or greater till locus for United 2060.
United 174, maintain 180 knots or less.
10 less, 174.
Okay, looks captured, flaps 1, speed checked, flaps 1, and we'll go down 180. Thank you, Fruit Bat. Cheers, Eastbirds. Thank you for understanding, guys. Not every day this happens, of course. And I'm guessing it's not the first. It's not going to be the last time this week either.
Climate 14,000 for X2364.
Here comes the glide slope. That headwind's going to start slowing us down, so that's perfect.
Delta 529, contact Boston Center, 134.7, have a good day.
Delta 529, over to center, 134.7, good day.
So flaps 2, speed checked, flaps 2. Start slowing down after focus. Glide slope star, misapproach altitude is 3,000 feet set.
I maintain 3,000.
3,000.
Ooh, Elliot, I hope she was okay, mate.
Boston approach, good afternoon, Delta 137 is with you, 11,500.
2,500.
Delta 137, Boston approach, Boston altimeter.
Radar altimeter alive.
Information, Lima's current, expect ILS 22 left.
2936, we got Lima and ILS 22 left, Delta 137.
Might get wet coming in looking at this. Great effect. Now the winds were gusting a little bit earlier on here, so we'll see what they're like. Hey Ollie, good to see you, mate. Okay, gear down. Spoilers.
At 174, 3 miles from Wayne, turn left heading 210, maintain 3000 until established on a localizer, cleared ILS runway 22 left approach.
Alright, let's manage the speed. Flaps 3, speed's checked. Flaps 3. I've not got the signs on. Whoops.
United 2060, contact Boston Tower, 128.8 today.
128.8, thanks for the service, United 2060. Tower United 2060, established 22, left 4 miles.
United 2060, Boston Tower, good evening, wind 100 at 9er, runway 22 left, clear left.
Clear to land 22 left, United 2060. Nice headwing. Landing checklist. Cabin secured. Go around altitude 3,000 feet. Eco memo. Landing. No blue. Well, so far, seems very little wrong with the frame rates. Seems to be holding itself quite nicely, to be honest.
1549 on Echo, cross runway 22 right, ground point 9.
Cross runway 22 right, and ground on point 9, 1549.
1,000.
1,000 feet. Right, we'll bring her in, and then we'll run, guys. 2 whites, 2 reds. Autopilot disconnected. Bit of a gust there, just knocked us off a little bit. Look at that wind starting to spin round from the left. That is what the ground controller reported it as, so let's get back on that centre line. It's blowing us off. How murky. That has become a real crosswind landing now, this, hasn't it?
400.
Really having to fight this, to be honest with you.
100 above.
Might be the kind of landing I want to run away from.
Minimum.
Continue.
134 Boston Tower, good afternoon, wind 100, runway 22 left, clear line.
Go out to the left,
40, 30, 20, retard.
Ooh, not the best. We just need to get down and at the terminal. Anyway, spoilers deployed, first green. Manual brakes. Let's vacate and get off.
United 26 squad more Charlie, will you size the X here, please?
And Tower, thanks so much for the service. Sadly, we are just going to have to disconnect now, but thank you so much for being here, United 2060. Okay, we are off. Now, thank you so much, guys. I am going to have to run. Huge shout out to all of you for being here. Hopefully, I'll get a video of this scenery out a little bit, but you know what? Frame rates looked amazing. I'm now going to go and attend to the sick passenger from this stream. All right, guys. Thank you for your support. I'm going to just have to run, mate. Thank you so much. Bye bye.